I can't believe it. I am so grateful. Absolutely. I'm just lost for words, guys. I can't believe I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm so grateful to every single one of you who subscribe to my channel, watch my videos and like them. I'm so grateful. I just can't believe it. I can't believe, like, you know, 1,000 of you enjoy my content. It's meant to blow my mind. It really has. I mean, I've been doing YouTube about a year and a half now. I just started it over lockdown because obviously, like everybody else, everyone's bored. I thought, you know what, I might start doing YouTube, seeing other people do it. And just went from there basically, and I just can't believe I've hit 1,000 subscribers. You guys are absolute legends, every single one of you. I honestly thought when I got the Astra, you know, a lot of you would leave because, you know, my audience was Corsa VXR related. However, almost all of you stuck around, and you know, it means a lot. It really does. I know I haven't got a Corsa VXR anymore, but I'm always happy to help. So if you've got a Corsa VXR with a problem, hit a comment somewhere and I'll reply to you. And if you've got a problem, I'll try and help you out as best I can. It's not a problem. I know I still like the Corsa VXR, and you know, they're still a brilliant car. I haven't got a bad thing to say about them, and I'm always happy to help people out if they've got a problem with their car or they're a little bit unsure about something. So today's video, if you just seen my post last week, I'm doing a Q&A today. A few of you have asked some questions, so I'm going to be answering them in this video for you, and basically hopefully you enjoy the video. So let's crack on with the first question. Right then, the first question comes from Joshua R. It reads, what made you stick with Vauxhall, and what other cars did you think about getting before deciding on the Astra? Basically, I do like Vauxhalls. I'm very much a Vauxhall person, and it just seemed like the logical move to move from the Corsa to the Astra. I thought about getting a Focus ST, because when I was trying to find an Astra VXR, I was struggling to find a half decent one. There was so many sheds out there, and I was thinking, I'm getting to a point after a couple of weeks, I was thinking, I'm never going to find a car. So obviously you do what you do, you start looking at other cars, and Focus ST was one that popped up. However, I've owned 2 of these in the past, so I just thought, I've never owned an Astra VXR. I've had 2 Focuses, so I want to try something new. And obviously I know Vauxhalls quite well, so it just made sense. So I hope that answers that question for you, Joshua. Right, the next question comes from Morto Ben 1. He says, loving the channel and congratulations on 1K. Nice one, mate, it's appreciated. What's the best mod you have done to one of your cars? So you say one of your cars, so I'm imagining one of the cars I've owned in the past. I reckon it would be when I had a Saxo VTR and I did a complete eBay turbo build on it. I'll put some pictures and a video somewhere, or I might clip into it of it. Basically, it was a complete eBay build, eBay turbo manifold, eBay turbo, eBay intercooler. It was just complete eBay, and I think it made 172 brake at the wheels. Bear in mind, it was a Saxo VTR, so it was a 1.68 valve, and it was a little, and it went really well. It was a good car. It was a good little project. Project. It's something I'd never done before. It's just something I've always wanted to do. So when I got the Saxo, it was just like a little run around at first, but you know, I thought, you know what, I've always wanted to know what it's like to turbocharge a car. So I just went on eBayed everything, and just basically turbocharged it. And in all fairness, it was all right. The eBay turbo is okay. The engine held up together. I just used a thicker head gasket to lower the compression, and other than that, it went well. And a stock engine and everything, and it didn't blow up. I'm not sure where if it's still alive now, I have no idea. But yeah, that was probably my favourite mod I've ever done to a car. Right then, the next question comes from Fraser Divine. It reads, are you enjoying the Astra against the Corsa? What is the next few mods for the car? Have one myself, always looking for ideas. Congrats on the channel. Thank you, mate. Thanks for the congratulations. It's appreciated. I am enjoying the Astra against the Corsa. I really am. I have done a video of a few things I don't like about the Astra compared to the Corsa, which will be coming in a few weeks. Next few mods for the car. Well, I've got the next proper mod will be is a short shift kit. However, not the one you're thinking. It's not the one on the gearbox. It's sort of like a new design. So we'll see how well that goes. But yeah, that's probably gonna be the next modification for the car. So I hope that answers that question for you, mate. Right, the next one comes from Joe P. Deckers. It reads, how to install an oil temp sensor on a Corsa VXR with an insert filter. Insert. I'm not too sure what an insert filter is. However, if you want to do an oil temp sensor, the sensor goes in the right hand side of the block. I'll leave a link to someone called Just Being Hayden. He did a video on this, and it shows you the location of where the sensor has to go. It's sort of like above where the thermostat housing is. There's like a little blank there. You unscrew that, and then you screw obviously the temp sensor in, and obviously you wire it all from there. I hope that helps a little bit for you, mate. So I can't be any more help with that. I never fitted one to my Corsa VXR. However, like I said, Malcolm and Just Being Hayden, he fitted one to his brother's Corsa VXR and did a video on it. So I will leave a link to that in the description for you so you can have a look. Right then, the next question comes from a fellow YouTuber, Masters Mods. It reads, right then, guys. Really? Really, Ash? I can't help it. I say right then, guys, a lot. I just can't help it, but yeah. What's the future plans for the car? Basically power, more power. You know, because I want to send it like I sent the Corsa. Obviously suspension upgrades, handling upgrades. Basically, you know, just it won't all be done at once. But I will get there. You know, I want to get to at least 300 brake first. Then obviously it's gonna be rod jobs and bigger turbos and stuff like that. But yeah, that's probably the future plans for the car. Right then, the next question comes from Elite. It's an interesting one. What's your opinions on electric cars? Well, don't get me wrong, they've come a long way, but I really don't think we're ready for them. You know, it's all good saying you gotta have an electric car. What if you live in a mid-terrace property? So like, you know, say where you park your car, it's nowhere near where you live. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna run a charging port lead from your house all the way down down a path and to your car. We're not ready for it. They're good cars, but I mean, they're fast. Them Teslas are rapid, but I just don't think we're ready for it. They're phasing out. I don't know about phasing out. Is it the petrol and diesel new cars from 2030 or something like that, and going all electric? I honestly don't think we're ready for it. I think it's stupid. I don't know whether the government's going to do some sort of scheme. I have a feeling the government do something where some sort of scheme where they say, look, you can take your car to a garage or something and they'll pull your engine out and install an electric engine. I have a feeling that's going to be one way the government will go with it, but like I said, I don't think we're ready for it. They're good cars, they're fast, but when you're a true petrol head, I couldn't deal with the silence, having no exhaust noise. I mean, how could you modify it? You know what I mean? I'm not, they're all right, but I'm not their biggest fan. Like I said, we're not ready for it, we really aren't. Right then, the next question comes from Dexstar Plays. What would you say some of your favourite things about your Astra? What would you say are some of your favourite things about the Astra? I think my favourite thing about the Astra is the engine. Because obviously you guys know how much it cost me to get the Corsa to 300 brake. It was an expensive time. Whereas the Astra just seems so much cheaper. 300 brake is so much more achievable with the Astra. I think that's one of my favourite things about it. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds just to get like 300 brake out of the car. That's you know, push power, because obviously the pistons are forged from stock. So I think that's one of my favourite things about the Astra, in all fairness. Right then, the next question comes from James, my mate James Smith. What's your car history? Oh, blooming hell, James. You know how many cars I've had. Right then, we'll go through them. I will try and put photos as I'm reading them out. I don't have photos of all of them, and some of the photos will be either off Google or some of the photos are photos, because some of the early cars, camera phones weren't really a thing. So I've basically got Polaroid photos, if you like, just proper photos. So my first car, it was a Rover Metro GTI replica. I then moved on to the red Corsa I did a story on with the body kit and stuff like that, Corsa B, SRI 8 valve, which it was during the Max Power days and had a body kits and stuff like that. From there, I went to a Fiesta XR2i 1.6, and then I went from that to a Fiesta RS Turbo. What did I go from then? After that, it was a 1.8 Fiesta XR2i, which had all like body kit. It was a nice car, to be fair. But like again, it was during the Max Power days, so it had all the big body kits and like all the shiny engine bay and stuff like that, and TVs and PlayStations and things like that. What did I go after then? Then it was an Escort RS Turbo, which I had so many issues with. That car done my head in. It was a cool car though, but it was one of them cars that was problematic from the start, and so that soon went, and I went to another Corsa B SRI. No, it was a Corsa Sport, I think. Corsa Sport or Corsa SRI, I can't quite remember. It was 1.4 16 valve. What is it? Ecotec engine or something like that. Yeah, I went from that, and after that I went to a 206 GTR 180, which I had for a couple of years. That was a good car as well. I spent a lot of money on that. Then what did I go through on then? Oh, it was my first orange Focus ST when they first come out. So yeah, that was a cool car. That was like my first sort of like proper like big power car. I think I got that to like over 300 brake in the end. And then after that, I went to a Corsa VXR, my first Corsa VXR, and I had nothing but problems with that. If I had it for a year, oh my god, that car was an absolute nightmare. Another problematic car. And then I think about 4 Subarus. I had a Blob Eye, and then I had a Bug Eye, and a Hawkeye, and a Classic. And then I've had another orange Focus ST. I couldn't stay away. I went for another one. Then after that, I think then I went to, what was it after then? Then it was the Saxo, which I'd done the turbocharged kit like when I turboed it, so which you just saw previously. I'll still put a photo up for you. And then after that, I had a Beamer. What else have I had? I've had a Honda Civic Type R EP3. I've had all of them. I've had a Fiesta ST 150. What else? I think that's about it. And then obviously the Corsa and now the Astra. Yeah, but yeah, that's my car history. Quite a lot. Probably not many compared to some, but I've had quite a few cars in the past. Like I said, I'm a bit of a petrol head. I went for a stage of like, have a car for a bit, get rid of it, have a car for a bit, get rid of it. And I'd go on swaps and swap cars and stuff like that. I wouldn't dream of doing that now, but that's what it was back then. But yeah, that's my car history. Next question comes from Mark Davidson. What you got to watch out for when buying a VXR, bud? Just thinking about getting one. Right, I have done 2 videos on this. I will leave both links in the description for those videos, part 1 and part 2 of the Corsa VXR buying guide. There's a few things you need to look out for. They have a few common problems with them, quite a few. Some are worse than others, some are minor, some are quite bad. But yeah, go and check them videos out. Like I said, I'll leave them in the description, both part 1 and part 2. Have a watch of them. And then basically, everything I say now is pretty much all the common problems you could possibly think of for them. So I hope that helps, mate. Right then, the next question comes from Trinfat Norby. I'm so sorry if I pronounced anyone's names wrong during this, guys. I'm sorry, like I said, I'm really sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. How many miles did you have on your Corsa? The Corsa had done 145,000 miles. I had the engine forged at 98,000 miles, which was bottom end, like rods and pistons, and then I had the top end sorted, like the cams and the valve springs and stuff like that, at 130,000 miles. So an engine, when Jody from JJ VXR Parts had the car, they done a compression test on it, and it still read 170 PSI across all 4. So it was still a really healthy engine. So even though it done the miles, the engine was still sound. Right. The next question comes from Tricky G. Rate the other VXRs in the Vauxhall range: Meriva, Zafira, and Insignia. If you had to choose one, which would you have? Okay then. I like the Meriva because it's quite sort of like, you don't see many Meriva VXRs around. It's sort of like quite a rare car. They're not that rare, but you don't see many of them, do you? Especially in the VXR range. The Zafira is perfect if you're a petrol head and you've got a family. So it's best of both worlds, so to speak. So if you got a big family, but you still want a fast car, like something to have a bit of fun in. I think that's perfect. Zafira VXR is perfect for the family man. And Insignia, I think. They're big cars, they are, and I can imagine if you own an Insignia VXR, your fuel bill is going to be horrific. But I do like them as well. I like all the VXR ranges, and if I had to have one, Oh, that's a tough question, that is. I think it'd be, you know, I think it'd be the Mariva, simply for the like exclusivity of it. Like, you don't see many of them around. It'd be just something like they share the engine with the Corsa VXR, I don't know. So I think it'd be pretty fun to like make one of them like really fast sort of thing. But I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, that's I hope that answers your question, mate. But yeah, I'd have the Mariva if I had to have one. Right then, this question comes from a fellow YouTuber. He messaged me on Instagram. His YouTube handle is H19XNS. Andrew Higgins. He's got an Astra J VXR. If you like Astra Js, make sure you go subscribe to his channel. I will leave a link to his channel in the description, as well as Ash from Masters Mods. I will also leave a link in the description for his channel if you want to go check it, because he's got an Astra VXR as well. Anyway, back to the question. Are you going to let me do a review on your Astra? You can do one on mine. Yeah, you are more than welcome to do a review on it, mate. Absolutely no problem, and I'll do one on yours. It'd be quite interesting to see how the Astra J compares to the Astra H. I imagine you driving my car would probably feel awful, because I imagine the Astra J is probably a lot more refined than the Astra H. But yeah, you are more than welcome to do a review on it, mate. Just let me know when you want to come up and do it, because you live quite far away from me, don't you, mate? So yeah, you are more than welcome to do it, dude. No problem at all. Okay, then that's it for the questions. Let me know if you want me to do a part 2 to this. If you had some questions you didn't see my post, you'd like to me to do a part 2, I will gladly do it in a few weeks for you if it's what you want me to do. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the questions and some of the bit of history about me and the cars and stuff like that. Again, a huge thank you to each and every one of you who subscribe to the channel and like my videos and watch my videos. Again, I'm so grateful. I still can't believe it. It means a lot, guys, because my videos aren't that great compared to most big YouTubers. But I know I like to try to keep things real for you guys. No, like, you know, cutting things out and making things look like it's all gone well when it hasn't. So, as always, guys, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the next one.